Hello again, everyone. This is Zombie Kids Rule, and I'm just doing this, kind of simple unboxing video for my Steam Deck. I just got my Steam Deck, and this is really more for me, documenting the opening of it, and hopefully that there's actual Steam Deck in here. Not really for anybody else. There is a ton of videos out there already of unboxing. Obviously, a lot of people have had their Steam Deck before I did. I didn't put my reservation in until I think September 27th of 2021. I kind of sat on the fence for a few months before I was like, you know what, $5, I can get it back anyway if I don't buy it. So I don't know why I waited so long, but I did. And anyway, I reserved September 27th of 2021. I got my invitation to pay on August, 22nd of August, so that was basically almost just about a week ago, and I paid that same day on Monday, August 22nd, and it took until Saturday, the 27th, I think August 27th on Saturday, for the status to update through FedEx that it was getting ready to ship. And then, from there, got my tracking number, and I actually got it early. So initially they said FedEx was going to deliver it on the 31st, which is tomorrow, and instead I got it a little bit before lunchtime today on the 30th. So it's, I don't have any complaints. I know people have had problems with FedEx. I know people have had some different concerns, but I haven't had any issue. So I'm sure other people have done this with the unboxing. Again, I'm documenting for myself. I did cover up my name and address, but essentially this clearly comes from Valve. It says Valve Corporation on it. It also actually says what it is. It says 512 gigabyte Steam Deck right on the label. So there's no hiding what this is. I mean, clearly, if anybody did want to uncover this and potentially steal it, which has been some problems in the past, obviously that is something they could do. There really isn't much any other indicators in here to this, but it's not hidden in any way. So this is still sealed, thank goodness. So that's good. I did do a unboxing video for my OneXPlayer AMD Mini AMD. I bought that I think back in June. I'd have to go back and double check, but I essentially bought it because I couldn't wait for my Steam Deck. So I did buy that. I've been using that. I've been posting videos of games on the OneXPlayer, and it's working great. So I'm really curious. I'm really interested to see how the Steam Deck compares. So like I said, everybody else has been doing these unboxing videos. This is not going to be fancy. I don't have fancy equipment. If you watch any of my videos, you'll know I don't have a lot of fancy equipment. This is just very basic. But let's see. It's got this card, which is giving me some information, a bunch of languages, which is nice. And already I can tell you that it has a lot more stuff, as far as telling you about it than the OneXPlayer did. OneXPlayer comes from China, and the little booklet that they gave really didn't give a whole lot of information. So, but that's okay. So again, we've got our contents here. Most likely the power supply stuff, and I'm just gonna kind of open to make sure that everything is here. I am not technically savvy, so I don't know information about all the specs of everything. I'm an older person. I'm in my 50s, so for me, this is a learning experience. I am not a console gamer either. The last console I really played was probably one of the early PlayStation with my kids, and so I'm not a console player. So the OneXPlayer has been interesting to learn, console type controls. Controller. I didn't even use controller with my other games. I didn't use the Steam controller. By the time I decided to order one, they didn't sell them anymore. So I'm just learning how to use controllers. So this is pretty cool. So basically, I would say that I do think that perhaps the OneXPlayer's cord for the power might be a little better. It has sort of a cloth type feel to the OneXPlayer, but this is this is good. We haven't heard any people complaining about the Steam Deck power cords or anything. So see if there's anything else in here. Oh my goodness. Okay, well already there's a massive booklet here about all kinds of stuff. Oh my goodness. Well, that's probably a lot of safety information for people who are dumb enough to kill themselves on weird things, and we have to put safety out information for everything so people don't get in trouble or whatever. They don't hurt themselves. So again, I got the 512 version, and it's all wrapped up, which is nice. Very, very, very nice. I think it's compared to the OneXPlayer. I'd have to go back and watch that video. I have a short memory, which is why I'm recording it. But I do think the presentation, Valve's presentation, is nicer than the OneXPlayer. Definitely gives some content information, and put that there. I'll look through it again later. Really just want to get this. Well, here we go. So we have to open this up. It's hasn't been opened, so it's got the security thing still on it. I don't have a so it's got this security thing on it, which I had to cut, so that's kind of nifty. And just going to verify that it's all set. I've read it online. I know that you got to plug it in, and hopefully I won't have any problems at all with the Steam Deck. I know some people have been having the problems, but hopefully I'm not going to have any problems with it. This is interesting. It feels lighter, quite honestly, than the OneXPlayer, and it's bigger, definitely bigger. I do like the where the buttons are situated, which is different. The OneXPlayer has them high and low, and I do like the idea of the trackpads. I play a lot of mouse and keyboard games, so I'm hoping that the trackpads are going to work well with there, where perhaps the OneXPlayer doesn't perform quite the same way. This looks like it might be like maybe a cloth or something, and that's pretty much it. So I don't. If I have, actually, I'm just going to take a second. I'm going to grab my OneXPlayer and so I'll show comparison really quickly since I'm here. So as you can see, this is the Steam Deck, and this is the OneXPlayer. So the Steam Deck is it's smaller. I mean, right there, that's probably a better angle of it. So the Steam Deck looks bigger. Sorry, the OneXPlayer is definitely smaller, and cases are pretty comparable. But the Steam Deck seems like it has a bigger, it's definitely deeper. The Steam Deck case is definitely deeper than the OneXPlayer. So the OneXPlayer, I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. So the OneXPlayer is here, and as you can see, that it has the button high and the button low, and has no trackpads whatsoever. It's got it's the X, Y, B, and A things here, and of course the D-pad here, and then it's got both the buttons, the left and right buttons, and the triggers, right? And there's no, of course, any triggers on the back or anything, but it does have these grips on the OneXPlayer, and when you set it down, of course, it's raised so that the vents, right, the air vents can there. So comparing that to the Steam Deck, which I know some other people have done this as well in the past. So again, I'm just doing this as a layman, just as a person who doesn't know as much. But they're not. I know it's probably hard to see, but this is definitely smaller. So I'm going to put it on the edge here. So it's quite a bit smaller. The buttons are a little bit different where the D-pad is and where the other buttons are. The screens are essentially, it looks like the screens are pretty much the same in size. You know, and I do like the fact. So again, this is, you know, Steam Deck. I'm sure you've seen this already about the you know, it has the one power plug on top, but unfortunately nothing at the bottom. It does have the SD, you know, the memory option down there, which is nice. Whereas the OneXPlayer doesn't have that, but it does have not only a power here. It has the same plug-in down here. It has things set up for its docking station, and then it does have this, which is, I've been using a lot on the OneXPlayer because I've been using a wireless mouse to do things, which is, some things really require the wireless mouse, and I also have a wireless keyboard, I should say a Bluetooth keyboard. So I've been using this quite a bit, which the Steam Deck doesn't have. But that would also be what I would end up using probably for memory for the OneXPlayer. So anyway, I've been very happy with the OneXPlayer, and I will continue to use both of them and test to see what of my games are usable on both devices. So I'm very, very curious to see if there's things that the Steam Deck will natively run without any really finagling that the OneXPlayer doesn't. And it's a sharp-looking device. I really, really am happy with it. We'll see if there's any problems with it, and we'll see how things go. But so far, it looks nice. Of course, you guys have seen the back before. You know, it's got the extra 4 buttons here, as well as the triggers and the left and right button. So it will definitely be interesting to see the comparison of the two. The Steam Deck is definitely bigger. There's no doubt that it is definitely bigger than the OneXPlayer. But it does feel, yeah, I guess it's maybe a little heavier. I guess it's a little heavier, but it's just a different feel to it. Probably these grips back here on the OneXPlayer are definitely thicker. They are definitely thicker than the Steam Deck. So anyway, again, I did this for me. I will post it to my channel, but I did do this for me just to, you know, kind of memorialize the unboxing of it. I can't wait to jump in and see how this thing works. You know, compare it with the OneXPlayer. You know, do the same games on both to see what happens. See if one performs better than the other. Again, I'm not a technical person, so I don't know all this thing about, you know, adjusting settings and you know, FPS stuff, and I'm gonna have to learn as I go. But it'll be an adventure, I'm sure. And I'll probably I have a couple older grown-up adult kids that may end up, you know, wanting to use my OneXPlayer when I'm not using it. So this definitely will not go to waste. The OneXPlayer was like $1,100 all said and done, and the Steam Deck was a little under $700. You know, the highest version plus the taxes plus shipping. And I certainly don't have any complaints about the shipping process or anything like that. So anyway, thanks for watching, folks, and I hope this does help somebody. Clearly, you're not here to learn technical specs, because that's not me. But stay tuned in the future. I do have a bunch of videos on the OneXPlayer and showing things playing on it, and I'm going to do the same thing, I think, with the Steam Deck, just to put, you know, especially if people haven't done it yet. If I do a search and nobody's done a video of that particular game on the Steam Deck, then I'd be more likely to do it, just because that way people can get a look to see in advance before they buy. But it does look like it's getting to a point where people can buy and get the Steam Deck much faster than it was before with that long waits. So anyway, thanks again for watching, folks. This is Zombie Kids Rule, and I will be back once I get this all charged and set up, you know, to test out my first game. So thank you very much, folks. Have a great day, and happy gaming, and we'll see everybody later.